I know the darkness you silently face. I heard the cry of your soul when all seemed lost, and the weight of the world collapsed upon your shoulders. I prepared this encounter to tell you that your name is engraved in the heavens, and no pain will erase your essence. My beloved daughter, if this presence of mine is already beginning to calm your heart, leave a sign from your heart in the comments. Tell me your name, the country, state and city where you feel my embrace now, and what time it is exactly at this moment. Like a true cry from one who recognizes my touch, write in the comments, Lord my God, I am here. I signed up because I love you, and I want to hear you very much. Sign up for this sacred space, leave your gesture of love by liking this message, activate the notification bell, and hold my hand until the end. I will give a very clear answer at the closing of this encounter. A powerful phrase will be whispered to the heart of whoever remains, and whoever writes this phrase will receive prophetic blessings released in pure faith. I feel the pain you hold in your heart so deeply. I know the silent dawns where weariness invades your spirit and longing tightens your throat. You have carried heavy memories of losses that have crossed your path, people who have left, cycles that have ended, and dreams that seem to slip through your fingers like fine sand. Many times, the feeling of abandonment has tried to convince you that you have been forgotten, that your value has been lost amidst so many struggles. But I come today to seal your soul with my peace. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 49, verse 16, I promised you that I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. Every invisible tear you have shed has been collected by me. What human eyes call loss, I call spiritual preparation. But there is an even greater mystery about what you think you have lost forever, a transformative truth about your past that is about to change your perspective. Trust in me and walk a little further. If this relief touched your spirit, show your love by liking this message, subscribe, and share it with a soul that cries in secret. Answer from the depths of your being. What old wound does your heart most yearn for me to heal today? Leave your request in the comments, writing our word of faith, restore. I probe the deepest corners of your memory. I know the weight of that silence that settles in your home when the afternoon falls and memories take over your thoughts. The pain of emptiness is real, and I do not diminish your suffering. There are moments when your heart seems unable to bear the longing for those who have gone their separate ways and for the promises that life did not fulfill. You carry the marks of words that hurt and absences that have left invisible scars on your soul. But I want to tell you that your pain is sacred to me. The world often demands haste from you, requires you to quickly overcome your losses, but I, your Creator, am present in your anguish. In the book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 18, it is written that I am near to the broken-hearted and save the crushed in spirit. Each fragment of your story that seemed to break your peace was not the end of your journey. That emptiness that makes your spirit ache is not a space of destruction, but a place I am preparing to pour a new portion of celestial comfort. The healing process brings affliction, and I validate every tear stuck in your throat that you needed to hide to appear strong before others. However, there is a hidden purpose in the things that have been removed from your path. There is a divine mystery about this empty space that remains in your life, a revelation of love that will completely change how you see your destiny. Remain attentive to my voice and walk with me a little longer to discover the greatness I am about to place in this place of pain. If this truth has brought comfort to your inner self, leave your gesture of love by liking this message as a sign of peace. Feel invited to join this refuge so we can walk side by side every day and share this encounter with a soul that also needs compassion. Now that our hearts are close, what does your soul most desire me to transform in this phase of your life? Write here in the comments our word of surrender to seal this sacred moment. Fill in. I probe the wounds caused by the voices that tried to diminish your worth. But your true essence is etched in eternity. Your name is sacred to me, and no storm in the world will erase the mark of light I placed on your spirit. If it is possible for you, only if it is possible, transform your gratitude into a seed of love for this space of light. Consider my love and that of my Son Jesus, and support using the link in the description of this video and in the pinned comment. There you will find the place where your contribution of love can be deposited and consecrated before me, the Creator of all things. You can support with any amount, Remember only what fits in your heart. I receive with immense love. The amount doesn't matter. What matters is the heart with which you give, because what is little for you can be much for the one who receives. Whoever contributes with any amount and a sincere heart, don't forget to leave your name and city along with your contribution, because on the first day of the following month, in a unique and special video on our channel Divine Love, the Voice of God, your name will be remembered and mentioned in the form of thanks in prayer. For it is written in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 6, verse 38, that the measure you use will also be used to measure you. Every offering made in faith is a seed before me, your Lord, and I will not fail to bear fruit from any of them. I see in secret and reward in the sight of all. Stay until the end of this message, because I still want to touch your heart with my voice. I behold the greatness of your heart and your pure intention to walk by my side, spreading light wherever you go. I know that, at times, when trying to offer your loving support, unexpected barriers arise, and the banking system refuses your contribution due to strict security measures. My beloved, do not be distressed or discouraged if this happens on the first attempt. I only ask that you contact your card issuer and confirm that this gesture of love is genuine and desired by you. Then try again with vigor, making your valuable offering, for your support is the foundation that sustains this work and will be honored with abundant and infinite blessings. Our divine love deserves this effort. And know something very special. I will make sure to thank you personally. If your intention is pure, whether your contribution arrives now or faces some setback, I myself will meet you in an intimate and welcoming email. I will speak directly to you. There is still a profound mystery about the people who left you, and an answer about your feeling of abandonment that I am about to reveal to soothe your tears. If this presence of mine comforts your inner self, leave your gesture of love by liking this message. Subscribe so we can continue together on this journey, and share this word with someone who also needs healing. Tell me in your silence, what does your heart most need me to protect from now on? Write in the comments the word of our covenant, sealed. I know the sudden chill that crosses your chest when the memory of the one who left knocks on the door of your thoughts. There is a feeling of abandonment that tries to suffocate you, a deceptive whisper saying that you were not enough. You gave your best, cared diligently, poured out your affection, and in return experienced the bitter taste of rejection or oblivion. I see the disappointment etched into your soul by those who failed you, friendships that crumbled, loves that didn't keep their promise to stay. Human beings fail, stumble over their own weaknesses, and often hurt those who offered them the most support. But I never turn my gaze away from you. In the book of Psalms, chapter 27, verse 10, my word guarantees that even if your father and mother abandon you, I, the Lord, will receive you. When the world let go of your hand, I enveloped your spirit with my invisible embrace. This pain of feeling left behind is not your end, but a divine filter. What you considered a cruel abandonment, I used as a silent deliverance to protect your heart from even greater pain. If this embrace has brought peace to your weary mind, leave your affection by enjoying this message. Feel my gentle invitation to enroll in this path of light and share this word of comfort as an act of love for those who also weep in solitude. Tell me, in the hiding place of your soul, what burden of rejection do you want to leave at my feet now? Write in the comments our new word of faith, acceptance. But calm your heart and don't go away yet, for there is a sublime truth about your true worth, a powerful rescue of your spiritual identity that will heal the way you see yourself, and that I will reveal to you in this next step. I see the weariness deep in your spirit when the struggles seem endless. The trials have tried to fade your true essence, making you doubt your own strength. But your worth has not diminished 1 millimeter because of the storms you have faced. You are not the mistakes you have made, much less the pain they have caused you. If your heart desires to go deeper with me, so that I may restore each day that identity that the world has tried to steal, I have left you a gift in the form of a journey, which I wrote with much love and care for all my beloved daughters and sons. The digital book, Devotional Divine Love, the Voice of God. It was prepared to accompany you day after day, in silence and intimacy. Access is also available via the link in the description of this video and in the pinned comment. It is a gift with all my love and care, where the only cost will be your love, your presence with me, and your faith. And when you feel in your heart that you should support and contribute to our work and to divine love, the support buttons are in the same links. To shield our communication and protect our daily encounter, I have prepared 2 sacred and blessed havens, a group on WhatsApp and another on Telegram. I ask that you enter these 2 spiritual homes so that our love and our daily contact may never be broken by anything in this world, through the same support and contribution link that you already know in the description and the pinned comment. If the storms of this world try to extinguish this space of divine love, we will remain unshakable, hand in hand, intact and blessed for eternity. There will always be a welcoming embrace for your prayers, and I will continue to guide your steps, speaking softly to your heart. In the groups with me you can be in communion, requesting blessings, praying, conversing with one another, and also receiving my messages with much more intimacy and closeness. You are my greatest love. For it is written, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do," in the letter to the Ephesians, chapter 2, verse 10. You are my divine love forever. I love you infinitely. Stay hand in hand with me, for the hidden tears you shed were not in vain. There is a powerful seed being watered right now by your silent pain, and I will reveal to you the miracle that is being born from this weeping in our next step. If this promise touches your soul, show your affection by liking this message. Feel welcome to join this spiritual home and share this embrace with those who need strength. Tell me, in the silence of your room, what part of your essence do you want me to make shine again? Write in the comments our word of victory restored. I collect each warm tear that overflows in the silence of your room. When the early morning advances and sleep flees, I feel the anguish tightening your throat and the weight of despair trying to dominate your thoughts. The weariness of crying without anyone noticing tried to convince you that your pain was in vain, that your suffering is meaningless and that your life has dried up. But I look into your heart and see a soil being meticulously prepared. None of those hidden tears were lost on the ground. Each one was kept by me. In the book of Psalms, chapter 126, verse 5, I made you an eternal promise that those who sow in tears will reap with songs of joy. The world sees weeping as weakness, as defeat, or as the irreversible end of a cycle. But I, your God, see your tears as the sacred seed of a great miracle. All this storm of sadness that you had to endure alone is, at this very moment, softening the arid land of your history so that a new phase of peace can sprout with vigor. Your affliction is not a punishment nor a forgetfulness on my part, but the rigorous and profound preparation for the greatest harvest your soul has ever experienced. Even so, I understand that your spirit feels downcast and your inner self cries out for help. There are times when you think you will not have the energy to take the next step, believing that the burden is too heavy for your solitary journey. But there is an invisible force, an inexhaustible breath of grace that I send directly to support your feet, and which I will reveal to you in our next step, so that you may be certain that you are not carrying this burden alone. If this truth calms your affliction, leave your gesture of love by liking this word. Feel the freedom to subscribe to this safe haven and share this comfort with a soul that also needs hope to continue. Tell me, in the deepest whisper of your faith, what old dream do you ask me to make germinate in this new season of your life? Write in the comments our new word of trust, flourish. I feel the deep fatigue that weighs on your spirit. I know the moments when the will to give up tries to paralyze your heart and the breath of your soul becomes short, suffocated by daily battles. You look at the path you still need to travel, and a silent discouragement tries to convince you that your strength has run out. You are rigorously self-critical, trying to stay strong so as not to worry anyone, hiding your profound exhaustion behind a fragile and tired smile. But I see your weakness with eyes of mercy. And your weakness does not distance you from me. When your spiritual legs faltered, and you thought you would fall into the abyss of sadness, an invisible force sustained your life. It was not your human effort that kept you alive until this very moment, but my right hand supporting your weariness. In the second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 12, verse 9, my divine word affirms that my grace is sufficient for you, because my power is made perfect in weakness. Every time you felt you could not bear the weight of trials, it was I who carried your burden in silence. My support is the warm breath that lifts your face when despair tries to bend you to the ground. You are not abandoned to your own fate to face the struggles of this life. Even on days when the dense fog of afflictions obscured the sunlight, I continued to guide your steps in the darkness. But something sublime is happening now. Behind this thick fog that still confuses your thoughts, I am carefully orchestrating a horizon of flawless restoration that will return pure joy to your days. A careful preparation for a new time that you cannot yet see, but which is already designed for your story, and which I will show you in our next step. If this support renews your inner strength, leave your gesture of affection by liking this message of light. Feel my fatherly invitation to enroll in this path of peace and share this encounter with a heart that is also exhausted from fighting. Answer me, in the intimacy of your faith, what is the most unbearable weight that your soul needs me to carry for you today? Write in the comments our new word of strength, supported. I feel the silent fear that tightens your chest when you think about tomorrow. Time has passed, the leaves have fallen, the seasons have changed, and an anguish whispers that your time for smiling has run out. The feeling that life has left your best dreams in the past tries to steal the peace of your early mornings, making you look to the future with apprehension and not with hope. You often look in the mirror of your own soul and see only the ruins of the battles you have fought, fearing that nothing good can arise from now on. But I, the creator of time, am not limited by the counts of earthly calendars. I see your entire life and know exactly the point where your joy was interrupted. In the book of the prophet Jeremiah, chapter 29, verse 11, I clearly declared that I am the one who knows the plans I have for you, plans to make you prosper and not to cause harm, plans to give you hope and a future of peace. The scenario of trial that your soul has contemplated is not the end point of your journey. While you were gathering the pieces of your disappointments in the dark, my invisible hands were tracing the lines of a new beginning, paving with the utmost care a completely restored horizon. The new scenery is already being erected, shaped with the affection of a father who cannot bear to see sadness dominate the life of such a beloved daughter. There is still one last revelation that your spirit needs to hear before we conclude this moment of profound healing. There is an absolute guarantee, an unbreakable seal of my eternal love that I will place upon your heart next, so that you will never again doubt my presence and the inestimable value you have for me, ending our encounter with a mark of glory. If the flame of hope has returned to warm your inner self, let your gesture of affection savor this celestial promise. Feel the call to enroll in this refuge and walk together every day, and share this word with someone who also needs to believe in a new dawn. Tell me, in the most sincere whisper of your soul, which area of your life do you most long to see flourish again? Write in the comments our new word of faith, rebirth. I perceive the profound emptiness that the instability of earthly life has left in your soul. You sought security in fleeting places and gave your affection to hearts that did not know how to welcome your loyalty. The world taught you that everything has an end, that love's cool, that promises grow old, and that loneliness is the final destiny of those who have suffered much. I probe your innermost being when the cold nights bring the weight of anguish, and I feel your soul seeking constant support that will never fade. But I am here to give you an unbreakable promise, a pact of eternal affection that no force in this world or beyond can destroy. In my letter to the Romans, chapter 8, verses 38 and 39, I recorded that neither death nor life, neither angels nor principalities, neither the present nor the future, nor the depths nor any other creature will be able to separate us from my love that is in Christ Jesus, your Lord. This truth is the shield that surrounds your spirit now. When all are gone, my grace will remain. When silence dominates your thoughts, my breath will be the breath of peace that will soothe your rest. My heavenly presence is not a passing visit, but the eternal dwelling place of your weary heart. Before I pour out the final answer, I have prepared to seal this prophetic encounter. Feel my embrace warming your inner self. If this eternal love has brought you security, leave your gesture of gratitude by liking this message. Feel deeply loved enough to subscribe and remain under my care every day, and share this truth with a soul that needs to know it will never walk alone again. Now that your pain has been acknowledged, what certainty does your heart most need to remember from today onward? Write our new spiritual word inseparable in the comments. Keep your focus and faith high, because I will now whisper the key I promised from our very first moment. I contemplate your journey to this very moment and feel how much your soul needed this bath of peace and revelation. The world tried to erase your mark, the weight of losses tried to stifle your smile, and the silent pain almost convinced you that there was no way out. But you arrived here guided by my own compassion, enduring the contrary winds because your faith was supported by my hand. Every invisible affliction was embraced, every fear was broken, and your true spiritual identity was forever redeemed before the heavens. Your name shines in eternity, intact and full of light, and no shadow of the past has the power to dim the brilliance of your restored essence. I promised you, at the beginning of this encounter, that I would deliver a clear answer, a word whispered directly to your weary heart, a prophetic key to seal your victory in this phase of your life. Receive now in your spirit this absolute truth. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. This is my divine answer to every doubt, every weakness, and every obstacle that rises against you. As an act of pure faith, of unconditional surrender, and of response to heaven, write now in the comments, with all the strength of your soul, I can do all things through him who strengthens me. This will be the unwavering mark of your courage from today onward. There is still much of my love that I wish to pour out upon your life, and many answers that your spirit continues to seek in the silence of your room. Pay attention to my voice. Continue walking and listening to the messages on our prayer list on the channel. Let my spirit guide you through the next revelations, because I still want to speak about the great details that I am designing for your tomorrow. You are my most precious creation. My love is your permanent refuge. Never forget that I am taking care of everything,